What's up, guys? Welcome back to another life knowledge video. My name is Justin Alphabet. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. Today I'm going to teach you how to turn your weaknesses into strengths. Okay, so you want to learn how to turn your weaknesses into strengths, and I'm going to teach you how. So the first thing you have to do is fail. And lose and mess up, right? You're gonna have to put yourself out there where you're going to fail and be okay with it. So the first step is getting your mind in the right place. Be teachable, right? Let's say I want to become a professional baseball player. What I'm gonna do first is be in a teachable place where I'm okay with failing. I'm okay with learning the basics. I'm okay with, trying new things and experimenting and learning from someone else who's willing to teach me. And doing things wrong, right? You have to do things wrong so that you understand sometimes how to do them right. You can sometimes visually see how to do things the right way, but you may not be doing that. An example of that I do is I had knee surgery, and my brother told me that my squat form is off when I'm in the gym. My squats are slightly off-centered, and so he helped me realize that I'm overcompensating when I didn't actually even notice. So it's my responsibility to get that back on point, right? But having people help you with those sort of things, being teachable, allowing them to point out your weaknesses, helps you to grow and improve on those weaknesses, right? So don't be offended when someone points out your weakness. Ask questions. That's one thing that I would do. Be like, well, how would you, for an example of me doing that would be, I would be like, well, to my brother, how would you say that I should, do this correctly? He would help me correct my form, and I would continue to try to do that. I would restart. That's what I'm doing right now, is I'm restarting with lower weights, and I'm focusing on making sure that those muscles that I haven't been using are being, implemented when I start to, do my squats and things like that. As a professional baseball player, if you're trying to be a professional baseball player, you got to, learn how to throw right. You got to learn how to bat. You got to learn how to run and sprint. You got to learn how to do all the things that it takes to be a professional baseball player at the highest level, and be teachable from, coaches. Even pretty much every single person that you can ever think of who's a professional at anything they do has been taught by a coach, a mentor, a father, a mother, or some kind of, figure or person who's going to help them get to the next level. Any actor you can think of had an acting coach. Any professional athlete has a coach. Any professional athlete's coach also had a coach. So Mike Tyson, boxers, he had one of the greatest coaches of all time. MMA fighters have coaches. They have all kinds of different people who are helping them, and a team to, help them level up and get to the next level. Teachers, right? Like in your life and everything that you do, you have teachers, you have parents, you have adult figures that are, and guardians who are leading you and showing you how to do things, right? And obviously our parents and the people around us don't have all the answers. Don't ever believe that. Sometimes parents can be the reason why we are held back. Sometimes guardians as well. And don't hate them. Typically they're doing their best. The majority are. Some are not perfect, some are bad. But find the people who you want to teach you how to get to the next level, and find a mentor that can help you get over those weaknesses and turn them into strengths. But first, what you have to do is you have to be teachable. And second, you have to fail. When you fail, what that does is it kind of puts a fire inside of you, right? It kind of makes you upset, puts you into a negative emotion, right? Where you have like anger or fear or hurt or pain, where like you failed at something and that sucks, right? But what you're going to do is you're going to take that pain and that fear and that anger, and you're going to turn it into a fuel, right? That's going to push you, and you're going to get under those weights. You're going to get onto those bases, the baseball bases. You're going to put in the time. You're going to put in the effort. You're going to put in the hours. and you're going to use that hurt, that pain, that fear as fuel to push you so that you never have to lose again. So you'll win. And that's the formula for winning. The way that you can see that there's proof of this, because I've done it for myself, but one of the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan, he did this himself. And he talked about it in his documentary where, first off, when he was young, he got cut from his high school team, right? He got cut from his basketball team in high school, and they told him he wasn't good enough. And he's now the greatest player of all time, right? So the point that I'm trying to say here is that, like, when someone rejects you, when someone hurts you, when someone, tells you you're not good enough, when you lose, don't quit. Don't quit. Don't just say that this is my weakness and I'm never going to keep trying. There are so many people that have been rejected and told they weren't good enough and could have quit at any time, and they didn't. An example of that is J.K. Rowling. I think she pitched Harry Potter to like 20 different studios or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but she pitched it to a lot of people, and they all said no until one person finally said yes. Same with, many entrepreneurs. There's this guy named Dolph DeRuse, and as a young guy, he was doing real estate. He's a big real estate mogul. He went to like 20 different banks, and they all rejected him, and one took a chance on him. And he was able to start his real estate. He was able to start his real estate and grow into a huge real estate mogul. Anyone who has had a negative past and used that to fuel their fire, and back to Michael Jordan, when he talked about it on his documentary that was on Netflix, he talked about how he would use his negative emotions to fuel his game playing, right? So for example, there's a meme about it where it's like, he says, and I took that personally, right? And I took that personally. And so what he would do is he would basically create or enact a vendetta against some of these other players, right? And some of these other players may or may not have even had anything against him, right? They all knew he was really good, but he created a vendetta against them, made it personal, and kind of just like used that as fuel to his fire, right? Wood on his fire. Like he would say, like, oh, well, that person looked at me sideways. That's one other reason why I'm about to dunk on him. That's one other reason I'm about to drop a 30 ball on him, 40 ball, whatever. Where he would just drop 40 points on these teams and go crazy, So the point is that I'm trying to make here is take the negative and turn it into a positive. Don't let being, a loser or cast aside or disregarded by other people or discounted, don't let that hold you back. Create a life that you want. When others have tried to tell you no, when others have held you back, don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on what it is you want to do. There's too many people giving up when things get hard. You have to keep going until someone says yes. You have to keep working until someone says, you did it. So you have to keep going until you win, because there's no other option. If you don't do it, someone else will. If you don't do it, sometimes no one else will. Like Elon Musk, right? People have been waiting for flying cars for years. The only one who's actually working on something new in cars is Elon Musk, and we're getting electric cars and things like that. And same with rockets to space and things like that. Like we're barely getting any space exploration, and the U.S. government was kind of like pulling back on space exploration, and Elon Musk was like, no, we're going forward. And there are many people like this, that are innovating and winning and doing new things because nobody else is doing it. And so it's up to you, to win. You have to believe. You have to keep going. You have to keep working. You have to be the one to say yes. So to sum that all up, you're going to use that negative emotion to fuel you to push yourself to win. All right? Embrace the negative emotions. accept them and use them, like anger and hurt and disgust, and use those negative emotions to push you to the point where you're done with other people's crap. You're done with other people's saying no to you. You're done with all of that, and you're going to make things happen the way that you want, no matter what. Obviously, don't hurt people. Don't do everything that's legal, moral, and ethical, right? But you're going to win, and you're going to have to push yourself to win, because no one else is going to do it for you. So you have to take responsibility. So that's how you turn your weaknesses into strengths, is use those people telling you no, use those negative emotions, and find the help you need, find the mentor you need, and level up. And that's how you do it. So have the day you deserve, and let's level up, guys.